Hey everyone, I think I should be fine here. It's been 2 days finally. We're getting more on a consistent live streaming schedule. And today, I chose violence. This is going to be the violent stream. I can tell you that now already. Hi everyone, by the way. Chat should pop up soon, I think. I never know how this works. We're gonna be looking at Steam store pages. Because this is the cheat code, I feel, to getting you guys to watch. Like, Steam store page is one of those things that people just seem to endlessly want to gobble up. Like, if I look at like Chris Zukowski's like best performing things, it's just Steam pages. So, because it is, why is my chat? Okay, because this is easy content, and I think this is fun. I'm just going to do a dedicated session of your guys' Steam pages. So, how does it work? I'm gonna go through a lot of Steam pages because we have a Discord, super awesome, cool Discord. It's linked in the description as well if you want to submit your own store page. There's a channel in there called Improve My Game. What you're gonna do is just basically post a link of the game you're working on. Yeah, you're working on another game now. Oh, I see. I feel like I'm gonna have to make this work as well a bit better. Actually, no, it's my Discord, it's fine. I always have to do this. Okay. Anyways, professional stuff behind. So I'm going to be talking about Steam pages. I'm going to be looking at what are some things that you're doing good. I don't think this is going to be a steamy stream. This is a different kind of stream. It's the game dev version of Kitchen Nightmares. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So I'm going to start with the game that's on the thumbnail, because what I often do is like I forget to cover that one. So this is a game by someone in our audience. I mean, all of these games are by people in our audience. I don't know what I was trying to say with that, but we're just gonna go through it, I guess. That's all the introduction you need. I'm gonna be talking about this. If you need credibility, we've made some good Steam pages, I would say, at this point, and I've had some calls with Chris Zukowski. That's my credibility. Now, let's go through it. Backpack Guardian. Discover powerful... I'm gonna zoom in a bit more. Oh, fuck. I know why it's broken. I'm gonna be right back. We'll be back now. I hope we're back. Basically, what happened is I changed my OBS and it was at the wrong resolution, so I was streaming in 16:10, which YouTube doesn't like. We should be back now, though. So I think, yeah, welcome back. I'm getting better at this. Okay, so discover powerful items and unleash devastating spells, but remember your backpack is your greatest weapon, okay? Strategically arrange your inventory to boost bonuses, stack multipliers, and then defeat the approaching dark forces in this roguelite adventure. I think short description overall is pretty solid. Oh, I should I don't have my tier listing right now. I should have made a tier list. I was gonna make a tier list so we could tier list the store pages. I guess we're not doing that now. Short description is pretty solid, I think. Capsule, I'm gonna open my Photoshop because I think we're gonna look at a lot of capsules today, and zooming in is fine. There's also Steam Poacher. This is a site I didn't mention in yesterday's video, but basically I can put in and then, oh. Well, this used to be the old caption apparently, and now we have an, not caption, but like the old capsule. I would say this is an upgrade, and then in the meantime, my Photoshop is starting. So give me a second. Is this the capsule? Oh. This is fake. Come on, Photoshop, you can do this. So, yeah, this is the wrong resolution. 465. Okay, so we have the capsule. We're getting there. Yeah, and now, oh, I want to get back to the normal position. Where can I apply for the roast, Uzabi? You go to our Discord, which you're already in, and there's an Improve My Game channel, and you just post it over here. And we'll go through it, basically. I feel like the capsule, it lacks a bit of a focus right now. So, like, very rough and simple. What I would do is like make these two way bigger. Okay, this is gonna be very crappy, but I just want to get the point across. Because you have all of these small things, and it's like very unclear now, what should I look at the most? I would maybe even get rid of the campfire a little bit. Make this more focused. I think even, yeah, well, we honestly have so little pixels to work with. I think making your character bigger is going to be an improvement here. Let me actually pull back in the original capsule, because it's very small here, where it almost feels empty to a certain degree. Now, like, you have your logo here, which is fine, and then I think this part is good as well, your enemies, but then this feels, it's not empty, but it feels kind of meaningless, because it's just a whole bunch of different sprites thrown onto it, so to say. So yeah, this is the original. I would make it more something like this, just make it bigger. I cannot roast your game engine, I'm sorry. I think overall the capsule art is good, and the thing is, normally just scaling this up shouldn't be too hard to do, because you have the source footage. But that would be like one recommendation I have there. And then, this is maybe a stupid one, but I would probably just do like a small gradient like this. At like 20% or whatever, but then underneath the logo. And I think then you should be fine, because you just want to make your legibility as clear as possible. So next up, what are the next things we check? You have a trailer. I'm not going to go through the full trailers. Oh, you have voice acting. Wait, you have voice acting, right? Let me, yeah. If you do voice acting, act subtitles, I would say, especially since you have them. It feels very AI generated, but it's fine. No, it's not, I think. But still, you probably want to have subtitles if you do dialogue. It just makes it easier.
Are you the promised guardian?
You show gameplay. I feel like it's missing some... What I would do here, because this feels like kind of a survivor-like action roguelite. Yeah, I feel like it's a survivor-like within the backpack mechanic. You're missing, I would say, knowing that that's the genre, and I don't know if it's a technical limitation or just something else, but when we made Magical Girl Guardians, this was something we ran into. You want to show more enemies. Like, let's open a second Steam page. One of the games that I looked a lot at is Soulstone Survivors for Magical Girl Guardians as like the alternatives. Why does nothing want to load? And I think screenshots like this, there is so much shit going on here, and this is a survivor like at the end of the day, whereas this is like the most action you have. This is half a screenshot that's empty. And then here, okay, this is your shop, that's fine. This is more combat. You have three enemies. I would, like, there's a very big difference in how much stuff is going on here that's interesting on this screenshot versus a Soulstone Survivors. And I guess because I feel like you're going for that same style of game, I think just getting screenshots that show more of that high octane action that is part of a survivor like is kind of an important one that I would add as well. I think the game itself visually looks pretty good, which is fine. This is technically against Steam's terms of service. They changed like Steam asset rules. Steam asset rules linking. Steam store page. They changed it. Yeah, store page written descriptions. So in here, no embedding imagery that mimics Steam store or UI or buttons. The thing is, this is probably a Steam page that's a bit older. I don't think Steam is going to kill you, but is this definitely something that is skirting the lines of is it allowed, yes or no? Well, it's not allowed, but it's like Steam doesn't seem to punish it yet. Then going down in the long description, okay, we still explain what is the gameplay. I like you took the extra step to make like the little borders. We're gonna come back to that in a second. You show the core gameplay. You have combat. Like, once again, if you can, I would have added more combat here already. Manage your inventory. This is what makes it good. Choose your adventure. Wishlist now, and then the features. I think this is a pretty good standard approach to making a store page, and I think that is absolutely fine. Now, you have localization. That's good. That's already a W. But what is this localization split? It's like English, French, Italian. How many people speak Italian in the world? And Polish, Ukrainian? This feels like a very weird subset of languages where I'm definitely missing something like a Portuguese. I'm missing something like a Chinese and maybe a Japanese, because there is just such a very big audience for it. Steam hardware survey. I even talked about it also in yesterday's video, I think, because we can see here the language splits. So yeah, 36% English, and then Chinese 25%. I don't know why they dropped by 25% month over month. Okay, you got Russian, you got Spanish, but then Portuguese, Brazilian is another pretty big one. Do you have French even? I'm not sure. Yeah, you do have French. So I think definitely that a Chinese and a Portuguese, Brazilian would be two that I would still add here. I have Japanese and Chinese, don't know why it doesn't show up. Okay. Now, the next question is, what about localizing the Steam page? So easiest way to do that is, let's go for French. I know a tiny bit of French. What I basically just want to check is, one, have you localized it? Okay, yeah. Okay, your screenshots aren't localized. That's the one thing. This is just more of a thing because I have gone through the effort to localize the headers as well. I think it doesn't matter that much, honestly. A lot of bigger studios also don't do it. But I think it's good that, yeah, because I've seen developers check this box of I'm going to support the language, but then not localize the store page. If you don't localize the store page, this doesn't matter. Both of the things need to be done. Dutch is not supported, but Dutch should not be supported. Honestly, we support Dutch, but it really is like more just because, fuck it, we speak Dutch natively ourselves. But I think that is it. Oh, one thing I didn't check earlier is your tags. You've got 20 tags, which is fine. Inventory management, roguelite, top-down shooter, action roguelite, 3D. Okay, I think this is a pretty fine... the main top ones is top 5. Action roguelike is in there, which is the survivor-like genre. Because if we look at them more like this, I think this is a very good overlap of what you want in terms of the game. Slay the Spire, I guess, because of the roguelite. I think overall tagging is solid as well. I think those are the main points. I think this is overall a really good store page to start with. If I would change things, I would upgrade the combat screenshots just so that there is more shown of that. But yeah, I think definitely we're not starting off horrible. And then yeah, the capsule, maybe get rid of this dragony boy and then just make the girl bigger. I would do something like that. But overall, you get my seal of approval. I don't look at this and I'm like, okay, this is doomed. Because we're gonna see some stinkers today. I just know that. I didn't even look at the other games like submitted yet. But I'm gonna go for some older ones first. So we started off here at the backpack one. Let's playtesters, roguelike deck builder Steam page. Okay, I'm just going to go upwards basically. It's more like Hades and not like Soulstone survivors. Aha, okay. Because I guess, yeah, this, I still have it open. This, like, choose one of 3 thing just is ingrained in my brain now as, like, the 3 upgrade cards of a survivor-like. So I guess that's my issue as well. Okay, Grid Gladiators, a pixel art roguelike deck builder battler on a 2D grid. Pixel art roguelike deck builder battler. I feel like there's too many words here. Multiple biomes, randomly generated terrain, and a push your luck system of battle modifiers keep battles feeling fresh. Character cards, stickers, relics, and more. Create many paths to victory. Join the community's fight to conquer the grid. Okay. Before I dive in, okay, there is too big of a disconnect, I would say, between your capsule this time Like, what is this capsule? And then the game. The game is some pretty good pixel art. Oh, on second, I said nothing. It looked better from a distance. Yeah, because Steam compresses it. The pixel art is gone here. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me... Like, I'm gonna snip so you can see what I'm seeing in, like, higher. Like, this looks more pixel arty, this font, right? And then you click on it, and it's basically just a regular, like, smooth vector font. The more I look at this, the more this hurts. Basically, this is... Okay, let's start about the visuals, I guess, where we're going. Because similarly here, if we zoom in a bit, you can see, like, once again, text, you're not using a pixel art font. Then the terrain tiles are pixel art. But the pixels, you're using mixels, basically, because the pixel art of this robot is different than your tile, is different than the joystick, I guess it is. Description is pixel art. I don't know, but I think that is a big thing. The visual consistency is just all over the place here. Like, you have kind of pixel art on the top here with your UI, like pretty low res, and then this is like super high res. This feels more like you took a regular picture and then threw it through one of those pixel art filters, which is not ideal. Also, your screenshots are, you see, like, different aspect ratios. I would make them consistent, because why are they different? Did you just resize your editor window? It seems only the last one for some reason. Okay. Let's take a look at the capsule. So Grid Gladiators, like, this capsule art does not strike much similarity, I feel, to the rest of the game. Like, why is there a phone here? I have seen nothing that explains why there's a phone here. Is it a card? No, it's not a card. I don't think so. I think the font is too cheap. I think you want to, like, this part of the font, it's too playful. I think you probably want to go for a more like pixel art or like fantasy style font instead of, this is like a children's book font and it doesn't really fit. Oh, I think you really want to go with more of a dark fantasy inspired, like, this is more muted colors and all of that. I would rework the capsule to fit the game more. It's a card, not a phone. Yeah, but why does... but the thing is, the card, does it match? Okay, it kind of matches the cards they have on here. But it's... This looks like, well, no, the keyboard of a phone, I would say. Anyways, okay, pixel art. Roguelike deck builder. Like, this needs to be... You need to drop one of the verbs at least. You could say something like a grid-based roguelike deck builder if you want to keep it shorter. To like get rid of the battler part. Is just too much. And then we get to the... I'm gonna zoom this in a bit. Multiple biomes. I think the problem with this part is also that this is just a shopping list. One of the things that, you know, you hear with Krisikowski as well is you use verbs. You're not using verbs here. You're just describing features. I think starting with biomes is not gameplay. Like, normally what you have with these short capsules is like slay epic beasts, collect awesome powers, whatever. Like, you show the player what are they going, or like you tell the player what are they going to be doing in the game, which is not what you're doing here. You're just describing what they're gonna get. And I don't think I want to buy this game because of the fact that it has multiple biomes. And then, because then once again, like, also characters, cards, stickers, and relics, which once again feels like more shopping list. Basically 2 sentences in a row. The only good part is like create a path to victory or create many paths to victory. I feel like create many paths to victory is weird to say. And then join the community's fight to conquer the grid. But it's a single player game. What does the community have to do here? And also grid is capitalized, which means that it is an entity in the game. The problem is the player has never looked at your game before, so they have no idea what the grid is. Is it an entity? Is it a world? Many people will probably think that it's a world, but I think it's something else here, like the antagonist or something of the game. I would scrap this and also, like, the order here, multiple biomes, randomly generated terrain, and a push your luck system of battle modifiers keeps battles feeling fresh. What's making your game more interesting is that push your luck system of battle modifiers. I would put that up earlier instead of the biomes. Who cares about biomes? They should probably get rid of pixel art. No, it's not a real pixel art game. Yeah, it's... I think you can still say that it's like pixel art. There's no need to say and it's pixel art and it's 2D. The question is, like, where do you draw the line of it is actual pixel art? Because there is definitely... It's not great pixel art. You could say also a grid-based roguelike deck builder. And that honestly would be fine. And then focus more on those verbs and what you're going to be doing. Should be fine. Okay, this is still a while. That's fine. Nothing is localized. 2D deck building. I guess what... I feel like 2D deck building is also kind of a weird way to say this kind of game. Because when you think of two-dimensional deck building, I imagine my deck being a grid versus using a regular deck on a grid. Doesn't the description pretty much always appear next to screenshots, or can it pop up elsewhere? It can pop up. I think a big one where it pops up is here. Actually, this is... Where did it get this description? This is even worse. 2D deck building. You've played 0D deck building in Slay the Spire. You've played 1D deck building in Cobalt Core, but have you tried 3D deck building? What the hell is 0D deck building? Okay, it's not where... This is not where it... So yeah. Links is a big one. If someone shares you like, hey, yo, I just found this cool game. You want to look at that? And I thought it was going to be using this one, but apparently not. You're using your 20 tags. I think that's fine. Strategy, roguelike deck builder, card game. 2D deck building. I know what you mean with, like, it's something that makes your game stand out, but I think it's a horrible way to explain what is special about the game. I think it needs a rephrase of what does the 2D actually mean? Because everyone is going to think 2D here in terms of the visual style. I think that's also why people are like, yeah, don't say 2D with the pixel art. Because everyone is thinking of that 2D aspect, even though it's more about the two-dimensional grid system with your X and Y axes that is the main one. So I think, oh, this is where the shortest, like the link comes from. This is a horrible explanation, I think. I would go back to the drawing board for that one, Ben. Everyone is a mix of 3 different biomes. Yeah. Make all of your GIFs. If you want to make GIFs, it's very easy. Go to easygif.com, GIF maker. You upload whatever you have in here. Wait, I can give an example, I think. It's gonna be on Steam page, I think. Pull up one for Overtime Anomaly, should have some. Oh, thank you, Benjamin.
New 5 donation from Benjamin. Nice to have your streams back.
Thank you, Benjamin. I'm happy to be back as well. I'm gonna look. I have the source footage, like... Can I just upload a GIF? Yeah, okay. So, if you have a GIF, you throw it into EasyGIF. You can also just upload a video. That's the easy one. This is not what I wanted. Oh, well. I have a better one. Time anomaly, GIFs. Yeah, okay, so... Let's just say... I don't know which one is short. I'm just going to upload something. Why not live on Twitch? Because my internet is too bad, basically. I forgot about the... Oh, Lochi's jump scared me. You're welcome. Basically, all the things I'm doing here right now is to say you have inconsistent styling. Can I actually... I think I have a... This is wider than this one, and it's just like... You can easy fix that. If this is uploaded, I can show you. Yeah, Kowski adds a short description in the beginning. Yeah. So what you can do here is you just say the size and you do 600 by auto. Steam caps at 600 pixels wide, so don't go below that because then it's going to be this weird offset where it doesn't fit the rest of the game. If it goes higher than 800, you're just taking up more space because it's going to get cropped back again. This is why, yeah, the 2D deck building and then immediately goes in. So yeah, because of the link. You're not localizing at all. The thing is, an ethical live pro tip, when your Steam page isn't out yet, when you're just putting your Steam page live, check every fucking box. Check every language you can think of, even if you're not planning on doing it in the final game. Because at least then you will show up on things like Next Fest and other events and Discovery Queue and whatever for people who have their Steam set into those languages. And then you can still decide a month before release. You look at your wishlist numbers and you look at, okay, is there a specific country where there's more of an interest? Like, for example, my virtual friend has a pretty high wishlist count from Kazakhstan for some reason. And it's like, what do you do with that? Well, you decide, okay, are we going to localize the game to a specific language for them? Or no, it's still not worth it. Probably we're going to drop support for it. Because Steam will check this, that all of the languages you list here are implemented once you submit a build. But until you've submitted the build, you can just have this on all of the languages. You localize your Steam page as well, and you can just use it as a higher, bigger net, basically, to find people who could be interested in your game. Okay, so we have some old school 0D deck builders. I think looking at the tags, the more like this, the tags should be configured fine. I think your biggest problem, Ben, and let me just... it's gonna be like 200, I feel. Oh, no. It's way worse. Let's start by the art. I think starting with the art first, making your game's art more cohesive, step one. Because it doesn't matter how good you do the marketing and like the copy. Sorry for that one. It doesn't matter how good you do the marketing and the copywriting and the capsule and all of that. If the game just isn't good and the game just doesn't look good, it's never gonna sell. This is what Chris Zukowski told us as well when I asked him, like, what do we do for Songs of Everyday? It's like our old 2D pixel art roguelike game. And it's like, look, I have to be honest, there is no fucking way that you can salvage this because your pixel art looks too bad. It doesn't matter how optimized your short description is and whatever. People are not going to be interested in the game because it's just not a good game. Okay, you have the trailer, which I think is... The sound effect choices are pretty miserable, I would say. I think, yeah, just the visuals is going to be your biggest thing. And then after the visuals, you can start worrying about your short description and things like that. It's not Jover, but there needs to be some big changes. And the good thing is the guy still has more than 6 months to fix it. But there is definitely still a lot of work that needs to be done. I think you should push release to after Halloween. That's the time of horror. I don't know if this is a horror game, though. Let me actually just quickly open a second tab. Because I don't know if this did like... 31st of October. Oh yeah, it is Halloween. I get what you mean. This is not a horror game, and you probably don't want to release October 31st. Because it's also going to be Steam Screamfest at that point. I'm taking a quick look at like the fest, because you have Steam Screamfest, 27th to November 3rd. You probably, if you can avoid it, release after that. Release between the Steam Screamfest and Animal Fest. You also have a Next Fest. You probably, if you haven't joined a Next Fest yet, you want to do the October one. Don't use the June one. I don't think any other fests really apply for this game. But still, you don't want to launch in the middle of the Screamfest, I would say. But yeah, you can change that. Add localization, all of that. I think that's enough. I think I would give this store page a D tier, I would say. I don't have an official tier list, but that is what I would place it at. All right. Keep coming. Okay, Bokube. Bokube, I don't know. Frederick Conception. This feels like an extremely low-res screenshot. I feel like all of them are supposed to look like this. This looks like a 360p screenshot. But I think that's... Visual clarity is weird. Play as a bunny cube through tons of 3D levels filled with charm and challenging but fair gameplay. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the trailer. This is a very slow opening. Oh my god. Wait, is it cut off? Your logo is... Yeah, your logo is cut off. I know, you just like it zoom in. I know, it's been 12 seconds before we got to the gameplay. I feel like this is more high res than the screenshots you've provided. When I'm just looking at it like this. Looks like a very polished game though. Which is gonna suck because I feel like this is a game that people on Steam don't really want anymore. I think Volcanic said it well. Not Volcanic, Construct. This is a game that would have sold well prior to 2018. Because the gameplay itself looks good, but if you look at all of the other games on Steam at this point, it's just questionable, I would say. Whatever. Yeah, like, do not game title. Yeah, so just remove the first 12 seconds of your trailer. It's gonna be fine. Okay, coming soon. Gameplay. You already have your... I don't know if you need to have your control. Okay. Solve your... Change your camera's perspective. Rotate the camera around to solve puzzles or navigate Boku. Each level has 3 yellow cube checkpoints. This is so much text. And like very awkwardly spaced. You know, Steam has like a list feature, so you can just list it out. And like make the features in actual H2 and all of that. This is like a Switch 2 game, I guess, or a Switch 1 game. How is this PEGI 18? Also, no way you've got a PEGI rating. Please tell me you... Because I don't think PEGI is free either. Yeah, if you don't have an official rating, you're not supposed to submit a PEGI rating. For example, you have the Steam survey itself, which is dedicated. This is only if you actually have that rating. So I don't know if you have it or not, in which case it would come out on Switch or something as well. Does it say? It just says coming on Steam. Action, adventure, gore, colorful, 3D. I feel like your 3D platformer tag should be a lot higher. Because now you're being compared to a lot of non-3D games as well. Frequent violence or gore, general mature content. What are you doing with this game? Is there gore? That much? I don't know what's wrong. I think you're better off with... Yeah, it's slightly different resolutions. But like very slightly. You can see like the thing move like a pixel. The game looks good. I think the screenshots are very low res for some reason. Wait, I can see... Are they... It is a full size. Can I see the full resolution? It's a 720p screenshot. Who does 720p screenshots in this year? Is there a switch to Dark Horror Team after 15 minutes, perhaps? Steam Deck compatibility unknown. Yeah, that's fine. One thing if you want to do, if you want Steam Deck compatibility, and I feel like you're pretty far, because you should have Steam Deck compatibility, because you have controller support and it's a pretty low-res game, right? Something you can do, and this is like, you can't force Steam to do the official approval. This just happens once you've hit like a certain number of sales. But what you can do in your store page, and we do it for like overtime anomaly, for example, is like it's unknown, but you can put like developer comments. So if you click this, you get brought immediately to like our Steam Deck compatibility thing. It's just a community post you make, and then you throw that community post in your Steam store page. There's like a field for it to configure it. What do you think about the next upcoming Doom game? I really want to play it, but I don't want to... Like, I liked how Doom Eternal was pretty cheap still. It wasn't like a full AAA priced game. And I played a lot of it, but I don't want to pay 8. I'm not going to pay 80. This is the only game on my wish list, but I am not paying 80 euros for Doom the Dark Ages. I'm sorry. I'm going to wait a long time until it goes on sale, is what it comes down to. I can tell you that. Okay, so we have Japanese localization, which is fine, because I feel like this is a game that... I think French is also good. France has a pretty big inclination to 3D platformers as well. I wouldn't pay 70 either. The thing is, at the end of the day, is localization that much more effort now, so to say? My guess would be no. So I would personally lean to just localizing to more languages still, or at least localizing the Steam page. Is it localized? You haven't localized the Steam page, my dude. What are you doing? You're not even showing up in Japanese viewers, like Steam discovery queues and whatever, because you need to have both the Steam page localized and the game, and you don't have that Steam page localized right now. Yeah, like, especially where stuff like your Steam page, just throw it through AI. Really. It's much better than not having it. So yeah, I would really urge you to do that as well. If you've done other languages like French, Français, I don't think so. No, it's just only in English. Yeah, this is a big L as well. I still love the idea of a genre heat map for different countries. Yeah, I don't think there's like a resource for it, but it is definitely something that, you know, like visual novels, bigger in China, bigger in, Japan. Horror games are very big in Latin America, for example. So yeah, localize your store pages, my dudes. Get better screenshots. I think the capsule, the capsule technically isn't fine. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up a Steam, the Steam capsule store page assets, store capsule header. I think that's it. Yeah. So then we can copy. So this is what Steam themselves provide. You're using the old style. The problem you have now as well, and this is something that Steam warns you about, is that your logo will get covered if you do something like a demo or a download button. It's going to cover the capsule. So generally, you want to make sure that your logo is in like the middle area, like here, or in the bottom area, but not in this top, because you're going to have that overlap. And Steam should technically... The first time you submit your store page, they're going to deny this capsule, but you can update it later on and then they don't deny it. So I guess that's kind of what happened here as well. I complain about cinema pricing as well. I complain about everything, but that may just be because I'm a broke game developer, okay? So yeah, I think that's the main stuff I have to say about Bokube. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but yeah. Steam capsule. I'm gonna just to Steam pages fully. Okay, Crownbound. So this is a game. Yeah, this is a game. Let's create riveting content. Marnix, this is a game. Can't deny that. I not have my snap working either. This is annoying. Oh well. Okay, so the image itself is AI generated, which I think it's a pretty image. I mean, who am I to judge? Let me not leak everything. I firsthand use a lot of AI because all of our thumbnails, if you may know, are like mid-journey generated. So I have like an idea of how they work. The problem is the expectations you're setting. Also, I probably would have, this is just me, zoomed in more. Game name was what? Crownbound. What? Big. Give me a second. Font. 2. Too fancy font, I would say. But your font is also so tiny. It can genuinely take up this much space if you want. And then let's add a new layer. Give it some shade here. And then we give it some drop shadow. This big. I don't. Drop shadow is doing weird. How much size? Maybe. Yeah. Give it some drop shadow. Let's pull in the original again. Just as a comparison. This is an original capsule. This is my suggestion. The problem is you probably even want to have a bit more at the top, because you're cutting off part of the castle here. This is not centered. This is centered. I feel like this would already make a more powerful capsule, because this is tiny. Why is it so small? I can barely read this. Okay, that out of the way part. Okay, that's just the capsule. Expectations versus reality, my dudes. I think that is the bigger problem here. This is an Unreal Engine game. But I kind of really can't, like, you know, it's plain old Cinti, which is, I think you can make Cinti look good, but I don't think you try to make Cinti look good. And you're mixing your like low poly trees with PBR bottoms, which is also not ideal. The UI is whatever, but I think the visuals are just also not helping with this. You are doing that strategy of putting the genre in the title as well. I think Krzyzewski looked into it and it doesn't really have an impact though. But still, I think it is better to distinct, especially with a name like Crownbound, which is kind of generic still. I'm surprised nothing else has it. No, okay. Look at that. Tagging is fine. You're the ruler, but your heroes have minds of their own. Recruit heroes, set rewards, build a thriving kingdom. And hope your warriors don't run off chasing squirrels instead of fighting monsters. So I guess it's kind of, you know, in the style of a guild architect. It's an indirect city builder where you set up rules and laws and taxes and whatever, but you don't control an individual unit of like move from here to there. So I would look at that. You've got languages, which is fine. Rule with gold force. Oh. Like, this looks much better than this, although this is not gonna be a good capsule. This is a small capsule. You've got GIFs, you've got good descriptions. It looks like a good description. Explains everything you need. Pretty long. Wishlist now. Yeah. I think your tagging is fine. I think capsule is the big one here. That is the capsule, and then going from the capsule to the gameplay. I think the game just needs to look better once again as well if you want to get better conversion. How are we doing wishlist wise? Yeah, 144. Yeah, you got the city builder. Oh, you got the text of recruit heroes, like that really. Like, there is potential for this stuff to look good, but I think right now it just feels too much like demo scene ground, and like the ground looks super repeating and things like that, because like you can see the pattern that just repeats every time. Also, why, like, there's like tire treads in your fantasy medieval game. I think that's the big problem. Either you go low poly or you go like realistic, but you don't mix both of them. This is what I mean with people talk shit about us of like, oh yeah, Magical Girl Guardians was going to be a failure from the beginning. How could you not have seen that? And then those same people, they go and they make this. And it's like, you're making the exact same mistakes that we're doing with Magical Girl Guardians. Why? You can avoid it. Yeah, the developer is in the Discord. I think he still is in the Discord as well. I think that's the main thing to look at here, I would say. Yeah. Give it a C tier, because it's a good genre as well, which is going to help. It's not like, you know, the alternative is a Bokube. Honestly, how much did Bokube have? Like, I feel like this could be pretty alright, wishlist-wise. Yeah, 1.2k. Because it is so polished and neat. It's just a very specific small audience. Whereas with Crownbound, it's honestly, it looks like an early access, like, abandonware game right now. But it's in a genre that people just buy. Yeah, so it needs that graphical overhaul as soon as like possible if you want to do any further marketing. But if you're not doing any marketing, I would wait with that. Don't think I still have the Steam upcoming events page open. But yeah, I would give this a C tier. Let's take a look. Oh, screens. Steam page feedback. Friday night. Okay, capsule looks pretty okay. I think genuinely. Wait. Why does nobody use the new 2x resolution capsules? Oh my god. It's killing me. You can already see problem 1 here, Friday night. The good news should be, though, that I can take these and make bigger and then put like here. Just yeah, this is too empty now, but I would put the text a bit bigger, put it lower. Honestly, ideally you can put it like more middle, but I think it definitely needs to be bigger. Maybe less high. Then you need to fill it up somehow. CS in Crownbound. Yeah. Investigate the family's gruesome fate. Communicate using microphone to uncover the truth and hide from the spirit. That's a good short description. Film the whole experience in your camcorder. Camcorder camera. That's like an ATM machine. Because camcorder is short for camera recorder. I'm a zoomer who grew up after camcorders, like, were mainstream. But still, either you say camcorder or say camera, but I wouldn't say camcorder or camera. That's just weird. Coming soon. Captions available? Why did you check that? I don't know. You need more languages. Let's start with that. Okay, next up. Yeah, you've got the gameplay. You see the visuals. You've got the jump scare. Good start.
Into the Maxwell mansion just days.
Wait, hold on. You guys gotta hear this. Let's see how.
Reports of a homeless individual breaking into the Maxwell mansion just days ago. Authorities confirm that the entire family has been brutally killed, allegedly at the hands of the intruder.
So we have subtitles, but now it says like the what do you want? With the microphone icon. I feel like that needs to be explained a bit better. Pay a voice actor, Balder. The problem is more, I feel, that a lot of people don't know where to get a good voice actor to begin with. We got very lucky for Overtime Anomaly that one of our viewers is a voice actor and reached out to us. I think that is more of the thing. Definitely, yeah, it's an AI voice, which is suboptimal. But honestly, guys, you make do with what you have. Okay. Look at content. Trailers. Videos. So we have the announcement trailer for Overtime Anomaly, and it's sitting at 95% likes. This is a very good ratio for our trailers, as you can see. Let's see if you guys can spot what's... Let me put this a bit lower. This is also an AI voice, let me tell you, because we threw this together 3 days into development. I didn't have time to reach out to our voice actor. Nobody cared. Nobody noticed. And I think some of the reasons for that is also the fact that we did throw like the telephone effect on it to try and hide it a bit. If you have the budget and you have the connections for a voice actor, yeah, that's good. I think something people underestimate is how easy it is to find a voice actor, because we've looked at it before and it's like, yeah, just go on Fiverr, bro. The problem with Fiverr is that a lot of the Fiverr work is not aimed at game development. And then you get into licensing shit. Because a lot of Fiverr voice actors, they focus on, for example, advertisements for the new Samsung Galaxy S55 Ultra or whatever. And the way these advertisements work is they have a certain amount of airtime before they expire, basically. And you buy timed licenses. So you buy a license with broadcast rights for a year, so to say. That's not how games work. You can play a game until the end of time. And a lot of people, they either don't offer a perpetual license, or if they do have a perpetual license, the problem then lies in the fact that they're not targeting indies. They're targeting those massive companies or like larger like insurance agency companies who want one of those peppy, upbeat voices who have more budget. And I think that is kind of the big problem as well. I remember Two Coasts getting roasted AI voice technique. It wasn't AI, it was just wooden. Yeah. And I think it is like, it's the same as AI art, where if it's not 10 out of 10 perfect now, people will just say, oh, this is AI garbage, even though it's a real thing. Because we've had people who listen to our final game, voice acting, for like Overtime Anomaly. I'll open it in a different tab. And like, oh my God, you used an AI voice actor for that. And it's like, no, that's just the guy's voice.
Just wanted to say, I appreciate you staying late.
Like, some people thought that this was an AI voice as well, even though this was our actual voice actor, so to say. But I think it's because they're like, oh, it's an Australian accent or whatever. Yeah, it's why games like GTA 5 end up losing music in their games, because a lot of licensing stuff doesn't understand game development. So I know it's easy to just say, oh, AI bad, but I think you need to understand also these developers, you know, you're already doing so much. Trying to find voice actors, it's a miserable thing also if you have no idea how it works, because it's just so many extra steps and all of that comes with it as well. Yeah, I just hear AI voice everywhere now. So it's an issue as well. Anyways, let's go back. I think trailer otherwise is fine. I think you need an explanation for that voice. I switched on my microphone and asked, can you hear me? Okay. So you have to talk. I think that is something that you want to have like, I like the custom titles as well, just to have the clean font. Like, this is good. I would probably have a bit more explanation of warning or something of like, is it optional, yes or no? Because a lot of people maybe don't want to talk when playing a game, basically. Or maybe you're playing, like, I used to play most of my games for a while on the train to and from university. I'm not gonna talk, can you hear me, to my Steam Deck or my laptop when I'm on the train. So I would definitely, if you do these elements like, oh, you have to talk to the game and whatever, I would have some more information of like, is it optional? Is it needed? How does it work? Whatever, to give a better like idea of what is expected. I think otherwise the styling here is pretty good. First gameplay, voice recognition. I think definitely, yeah, tags look all right as well, yeah. So, why is this? I think you wanna, I mean, it's fine. I think this is just not the font you want. This is a much better font to use than this Friday night one. I think this is a solid A tier. Nah, B tier, because it doesn't have localization. This is a game, it's a horror game. Go for Latin, like Spanish, Latin American. Go for Portuguese, Brazilian at least. Go for Chinese for the user base as well. Go for Russian. Russian is pretty big for horror games as well, is what we've learned as well. Definitely you want to add localization to this. Oh, but it's gonna be fucked though, because if you do localization, you're probably not going to support those voices. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, unless you can do multi-language voice recognition, but I feel like that is massive scope creep. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that one. If you can, I would try and solve it, but I don't know if you can solve it easily, is what it comes down to. But if you can, that would be a big W. Yeah. Enjoy your food, volcanic. Australia isn't real, guys. Australia is real. Store page feedback for my tower defense. Oh, this is miserable. I guess this is the preview. Because it's like, I like this. Yeah, so this is the H rating. A very good visual style. If I have to say something, because this is kind of zoomed in, I would look at the H being blocked by Hand of Hexes. See if you can do something about that. The white is better, but does lose some of the allure, I would say. I think the red was more interesting, but then it came into contrast issues, indeed. I think gameplay visuals on its own is very solid here. Oh, this is better, this capsule. I would go for this one where it's not hidden. Yeah, there was a horror game that offered voice lines as an option if you can't talk yourself, so yeah. Yeah, Russians and Latin America is a great target for horror games. That's where we got most of our overtime anomaly coverage from as well. I think capsule and all of this is really nice. One thing that I look at here is you have 103 supported languages. I highly doubt that, because that means you're doing like Mandinka and Wolof and all of those languages, and I strongly doubt that you're localizing for all of those. So probably a more realistic view on that would be good. Apart from that, I think it's pretty fine. Do you have tags? Can I see tags? No, but roguelike deck builder should be fine. I think overall, pretty solid. I give it an approval. Game analytics are way off. It only sold 1 copy. Maybe. It's pretty accurate-ish for us. Like, as far as I can tell, it's usually pretty... Like, it's 20% give or take if it wants to load. It does not want to load. You know, you killed it by saying that it's not good. Now it's sad. But yeah, I think this is solid MD. Trut, Valkyrie Rising. Stop Ragnarok and rise against unending hordes. This is like a 50-50, I would say, in your short description. But I think people generally know what Ragnarok is. And it does fit because it's like a Valkyrie style game. Harness divine power, collect mystical runes, and forge unstoppable synergies. What's the genre? Forge unstoppable synergies, horde survivor roguelite. I would put this sentence in this relentless horde survival roguelike, put it behind the synergies here. So it comes in earlier. So you, because now all of this time, I'm still asking myself, what is this game, basically? Then we get to the, the visuals in it. It's like kinda. You're clearly more of a 2D artist than a 3D artist. Because the UI is solid. This overlay art is solid. But what's going on with these models? I don't know. So pack indeed. Yeah. Also, just we got subtitles about this game. You got the trailer. I think so far everyone has had a trailer as well, which is really good. Your music is way too loud compared to your sound effects. I would change that. And I think the big problem is just visuals. Let me get a full screen image. No, not like this. Because like, there is no lighting. This is an unlit texture seemingly for your character. And I assume that it's like custom made, and that's why. Because like some of the flowers and the trees are also very different style, and like the mushrooms as well. Yeah, it looks like flat shaded, no lighting, but then the rest of the game, certain parts like the effects, and I would feel like it's inconsistent. At least the characters seem to stand out compared to the rest of the game, which is like, I guess, kind of okay. Oh.
New 2 donation from Late Night Studios. Check out Cocktails.
No, I am not going to check out Cocktails. I've checked it out before because you were like kind of in the new and trending. We released it the same day, I think. It's an NSFW game, so that is why I'm not going to pull it up. But I think you were like above us in the new and trending. So I was like, yeah, I think that is one of our viewers' games. I think the visuals are not horrible. I don't think this is like, oh, you need to drop everything and work on it, but I think this is something to keep in mind when doing development. Trut Valkyrie Rising. I think Capsule is okay. You got the face, you got the logo being pretty big. About this game, End of Days upon us. Trut Daughter of Thor, must stand up against Loki's twisted forces. Destruction of Asgard. Probably I would put the genre in here once again. We've got upgrades, new attacks, increase your skills. Yeah, it's a roguelite, isn't it? I think this is fine.
New 2 donation from Late Night Studios. Thanks, man. Learned a lot from your vids.
I wonder how much... I don't know if our channel is that useful if you're making NSFW games named Cocktails. I hope that at least the inspiration didn't come from our channel. But I'm happy to hear that you did learn stuff from it. I think long description is fine as well. I think tags is fine as well. You guys have been honestly doing better than I expected so far. You've got all of the big languages. Now, of course, the test. Did you translate the pages as well? Private email. Language are we gonna go for? Do they have Dutch? No, of course not. Let's go French again. Is my French? Français. Arrêtez Ragnarok et levez-vous contre des ordres infinis. Okay, it's fine. You've localized it. I'm fine. I just wanted to make sure you do this. I'm not gonna judge you on the quality. I don't know if it's like professionally done or just AI made, but even then it should be fine because you still have that. You managed to create Sakumi games without participating in the business. I guess. I think this is a solid A tier. I think there is nothing critical stopping this. I think this is pretty potential, or like has good potential. Yeah, the art, but that is probably something that you're gonna change before launch or like improve, hopefully. Now we get to Fabian Viking. Let's take a look, because this one I've seen pass by on the store page. Speaking of visuals, this is, this is just a spreadsheet, I feel, wrapped around the game. I think that is what we need to go in with this. Why is this so small? Is that DSS2 war industry? But the visibility of that war industry, it almost just disappears, basically. Like, the contrast is miserable. So let's just make this bigger for a second, and then let's fill this one up. Aware fill, apply, whatever we want. Yeah, that's fine. Get out of here. And then we just go boom. Ta-da. Okay. This is not ideal, because now we hide kind of part of the castle, but it's more because of the... We can fix that. Do something like this, and then probably the war industry you want to make white or like gold, or you want to do something with the stroke as well. You just want to make it bigger, I would say, in general. I think honestly, even this is kind of coming from my thumbnails. I think you can even make this bigger as well. Do something like this, and then the guy is bigger, and it feels like there's less empty space. Like let's compare the both of them again. So we can do our before and after. So this is the before, and this is the after. It's a bit, I think, yeah, the logo needs some, like, make this more white or make it like a beige. Beige is a pretty good fantasy genre as well, like fantasy style as well. DSS spells out the secret end goal. I don't know if people are supposed to know that. Anyways. Everyone is like, what does DSS stand for? Short description. I think this is going to be fine. Command armies, build cities, and manage the dynamic economy in a real-time ground strategy game. Yeah, that's estimated. Establish automated supply routes within your territory to streamline production, fortify defenses, and prepare for intense battles. Will you lead your empire to dominance? You've got a trailer, teaser. The teaser has no sound effects and very loud music. This definitely needs a rework. Why? What are we looking at? Oh, you can draw your flags. Yeah, you need sound effects. Screenshots are different sized. Your UI is different sized on the screenshots. I guess it's just old or not. The screenshots for DSS 1 and 2. I have never looked at DSS 1.
New 5 donation from Vasco.
Thank you, Vasco. Let me take a look. You didn't say anything, but I think you can still do private store page submissions, view details. No? Did you send something? I don't think so. No. Vasco, if you did send something, please send a message in chat just to make sure with like your game name. I had no game sound when I made the trailer. You can fake that. Let's not make this a trailer video, but Overtime Anomaly trailer. Let me show you the trailers for Overtime Anomaly. And let me show you what goes on behind the scenes for this. Because yeah, exactly. Fake it till you make it. It's loading. My poor PC. We're not gonna make it, guys. Why is my Premiere Pro dying now? Oh, getting there. Doesn't find something. It finds one OBS clip. That's fine. Offline it. So Overtime Anomaly trailer. Do I have the launch trailer? I don't want the launch trailer, actually. I want the release trailer, teaser trailer. So all of this, let me pull it up more. Basically, all of this is sound effects that I just added later on. Like this is the phone ringing. Oh, you're gonna hear that. I'm sorry for that. This is like just risers. This is voice lines. This is extra background stuff, gameplay sound, like the tension, elevator. All of this is just extra fake things that we didn't add in game until later, because it just takes more time to add sound effects in game and gives you less control than just throwing it in the trailer. If you say it's less work to fix the game, yeah, I mean, it's going to go to the game at some point. DSS War Party is what is that does look very similar. The UI is different. I guess the concept stays the same. And people did like this one. Demo. A demo is coming soon. Which one is the... Oh yeah, you can just have the demo, but you can't see the demo page yet. That's right. You just want to get the paid version, basically. Are you planning on retiring the free-to-play down? I don't think you can do that easily. Language support, current baiting, real-time run strategy. You want some GIFs here, 100%. The GIF you want is a time lapse where you fix your camera at the same position and then you just expand the city. Similar to... This is like a staple of any city building game, basically, that you want to have a GIF from. Do I have a GIF in here that does it? I don't think so, actually. No, this is just time lapse. Basically what we did in our trailer. This is like a fixed camera shot, and you can see how the city is like expanding slowly. You want that. Will you eventually make a visual novel? That's a natural transformation of every indie dev, furry visual novels being the lost. I don't think so. On the other hand, it's like, I kind of do want to collect genres like they're the Infinity Stones, is what I often say. The problem is I'm not a writer, and I'm not an artist. And generally you want to be at least one of them, ideally both of them, if you want to make a visual novel game. So I wouldn't expect it anytime soon from us. But I have looked into like using Ren'Py or whatever, just from an interest point, but I don't have any good stories, I would say, to tell in that style of medium, and I definitely don't have the art skills to back it up. So yeah, add some GIFs here. You've got some languages, you've got the big ones, you need German, you need Japanese, you need Russian. I think that's fine. Go for Spanish, Latin American if you can. Localizing. I think you didn't machine translate the AI generated content warning. This needs to be a C instead of an S. There's a writer on your team, it's called ChatGPT. Well, that's a miserable... I don't think that's gonna be it yet. Oh yeah, you have the section here new from DSS1 as well. I think that's fine. Let's do... we gotta do it, but I think it's gonna be fine because you're using machine translation. Deutsch. Yeah, that's fine. Should be fine. You want to add GIFs. I think that's the main one. You've got the text. You've got the similar games. I think otherwise it's fine. Visuals is going to be an issue. You can get away with worse visuals a bit because of the genre. But you're still shooting yourself kind of in the foot with the visuals and the lighting and all of that. But if I remember correctly, you're also doing this in a custom engine, so it's like, yeah, visuals are never gonna be the strong point of this game. Yeah, I would give it a B tier, I think. Just take a series of photos of Thomas for your YouTube thumbnails while he definitely tries to escape the Zambonis. Make Thomas versus AI the hit survival visual novel. What looks stressed? Do I? I don't think I'm that stressed. I think I'm pretty chill vibes. Honestly, I expected worse from our players or like our viewers so far. I think that may change now though. Tell me the Steam page just isn't loading. Okay, yeah, the Steam page just... Oh. As I was saying, we've got the tags. I think the tags are a bit ass. We've got... We've got UI. Yeah. We've got UI. And that's all I can say about it, because... Don't do the stroke. Why you do stroke? Never do stroke. What is this? Don't do red on dark colors. This is miserable to read. This is AI generated, but then stretched. You can't mix and match these kinds of visual styles because this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the icons are kind of matching, but still 4 different asset packs thrown into each other. Do not use stroke anywhere. I don't like you stroking me. I don't like you stroking your game. Never use stroke. Use drop shadow instead. Unity has drop shadow built in. It's kind of ass, but it's better than using stroke. There is no need to ever use stroke in your game. Is the grid supposed to be visible? Because I think it shouldn't be visible. Your UI is horrible, I'm sorry. Your screenshots, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Look at the UI down here. Come on. Why does it scale like that? Why did you just stretch? This image is just stretched vertically. You submit your Steam page through Discord. Read the description, it explains how to do it. Who can read this? Warning, this may cause starvation. Yeah, I can read it, but I have to... My eyes get blinded by it. This game does not have more than 50 wish lists. No way. No. I guess we can't see because Game Analytic is down. Let's continue the pain and misery. this. Seeing this shit, guys. This is not how you're supposed to make capsule art. You have your logo, and you have your... I can show you. I'm going to show you. Old time anomaly assets. Capsule vertical. So what we do is in our 2D promo art, this is the I make two main pieces of art usually. Oh, I don't have it here. I make my logo as a separate super high resolution PNG. And then I have what I call principal art. I can find principal art for Unicycle Pizza Time. This is another example. This is the principal art for Unicycle Pizza Time. It's just a screenshot in this case. Let's pull up Unicycle Pizza Time so you can see what I mean. This image, the background image, is just this image. So I have my principal art, and I have my logo, and in the case of Unicycle Pizza Time, I also had like my cut out green screened images of my character, right? And what you do then, I'll pull up the ones for Unicycle Pizza Time that I guess is Steam, store page assets, store capsule header, and store capsule vertical. This is the same piece of art, but you can see it's like kind of zoomed in and changed, and it's not just this. Imagine we did this. I would cry. Please do not make your vertical capsules like this. Use it separately. You get the art, you get the logo, you get your main character, and you get your principal art generally differently, separately here as well. If you look, this is a very large screenshot that we took. And then in the edit, I can move things around without the rest being changed. So don't do this. Because even this is like, let's take a look at it again. It's cut off at the bottom. How much do you suggest spending on capsule art? So that depends. I have a really cool resource that I'm going to share with you. If you go to bmg.yt/capsules, I'm going to just share the link as well. I think I can do exclamation capsules. Does this work? I don't think so. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Go to that link. There is actually a spreadsheet that I've made a while back at this point of a bunch of artists that people that I've worked with, that people in our audience have worked with, how much they cost, samples of what they've made and all of that. So you can choose from this. Most of these are on Fiverr, some are direct reach out through ArtStation. It can sometimes cost money. If you want to go the real professional ones, they cost $1,000, which is, I assume, out of budget. I personally really liked the Guild Architect one, for example, in Harbinger, because this artist specifically, he knows, like, oh, I want to separate the character from the background so you can then reorder and reshuffle it. Wow, a lot of people just went to the spreadsheet, I would say. I also, now that we're here, I'm gonna plug our Patreon, because we make good videos on Patreon, if you didn't know that. And one of the videos that I've made, that is one of the ones that I'm most proud of on Patreon, because we upload an extra video every week on there, is I have a half-hour video, the Steam Capsule Masterclass, where I talk about everything. Logos, backgrounds. I have like this whole, like what style. Like here you can see like how do you do the entire process. This video is really solid. There's so much, honestly, great content on our Patreon. We have over 70 videos over on Patreon, guys. And it's like all, if you like in-depth stuff, you're gonna love it. And it's like $10 a month. I think 11 bucks, 10 euros a month. Just get it for a month. Trust me. Binge watch the shit out of it. It's going to be so valuable. I really promise it. Did you make your capsules for Overtime Anomaly and UPT? In-house or hire it out? I made it all in-house because that's the thing now. I've made a lot of capsules at this point because there's also a lot of capsules for games that you've never seen because it's one of the first things that I make just to see how do the vibes work. Things like logo design. I'm gonna see. I have some. I'm not a professional graphics artist at all, but let me. This is kind of basic. I don't know. Is this good? Yeah. So there was this game that we were considering working on. Oh.
New 5 donation from Marnix. Hi Marnix. This is you from the future. You don't know it yet, but you will marry Thomas one day, and Songs of Everjade will be your big hit. Keep up the riveting content and don't give up.
I doubt it, but thank you. Did I not do the logo? I sent it to Thomas. I'm not gonna find it. But basically, over Unicycle Pizza Time, I made the logo myself. Overtime Anomaly, I made the logo myself. Overtime Anomaly, yeah, indeed, we could get away. Because also, like, horror games, like, you can often get away. Like a lunch lady as well. This is just a Unity screen grab, basically, and then based on a black background. We definitely had a genre where you can get away with not having a high-quality capsule artist thing. I feel like capsules for pixel art games are tough. Do you stick with a game style and it doesn't look good, or get a good capsule and it doesn't look good at the game at all? Yeah. I think then you're still better. Wow, this is it's a steep discount. Like this is this a pixel art game? I think this was a pixel art game, right? Yeah, this is a pixel art game. This capsule was $1,000, but this is a capsule that still fits, I feel. Because at the end of the day, you want to clickbait the viewer to a certain degree. And of course, you don't want to have a super, super advanced capsule and have an ass-looking game. Like one of the pixel art games we had before. But I think, yeah, it's better to make a better capsule than the actual game. And don't make a pixel art capsule. That is generally the worst thing you can do. Also, Priscon, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, I don't know if I said thank you to Marnix. I don't know who the actual guy was, because I strongly doubt it was Marnix. Glory to the God for all things is your name, supposedly. I do not know who that is supposed to be. Some capsule like mobile game trailers. Yeah, it is a weird balance. Let me see back. Oh, I have the asset in here. So like I'm getting better. Oh, this was if you saw the prototyping video, this is like a logo that I threw together for a game that we've canceled at this point. The one where you hit the cart and you pull things up a mountain. I made this one myself in like 30 minutes or something. It shouldn't be in the art of. This is in the wrong. Yeah, this was the other logo. Like, this is pretty basic stuff still, but especially to just hit the ground running, you can do stuff easily. Overtime Anomaly, logo. It's just finding a good font most of the time. And once I find the good font, I can I can bounce off of that, basically. And I talk about how to find a good font in that video, for example. So yeah. And then I look at contrast, white and black. This is basically just a font. I can show you. This is a font that is like in that 80s style. And then I put a... there should be a pattern overlay on it. I have like a scanline pattern that I just put over it. And that's it. And then I italicized it. So yeah, I think for the most part, and especially the stuff of like making all the different versions we do in-house as well. But there's a lot of easy things you can do here where I am not against AI capsule art. I think it can be a really good thing if you just want to have a first idea already. I think there is definitely value in having custom capsule artists, and it depends a lot on the genre as well. Certain genres you need to have it. There is no other way. Because also a lot of the simulator games have dog shit capsule artists. Scrap. No. Like, this is not even what I meant. What are these games? What's the one? Storage Hunter Simulator. Was this an AI one? I don't know. So many of these simulator games have like very weird AI generated capsules, and players don't care. Developers care, players don't care as much. Like this one, this is miserable AI. Like this character, he has so many AI artifacts and whatever. Supermarket Simulator as well. It's not just Supermarket. Supermarket was one of the first ones that just did it, and people didn't care. But there's a lot of games from those styles of publishers that focus on just throwing out simulator games that still don't care. I think it's like Gun Store Stimulator. This is also an AI generated one. Because that is not how guns look either. So yeah, jank is kind of the hallmark indeed. Yeah, so I don't know how we got here. Oh yeah, we were looking at, let me pull it up, the Discord again, because I closed it before. Arthur, this is a dog shit capsule. Oh yeah, I can just Gamealytic the direct link. Oh, my guess was under 50. Okay, we're just going to link it. I don't know what we did to Gamealytic, why it's so slow. I don't think Goat Simulator, because Goat Simulator is still a quality capsule. We'll see if this one loads later on. The visuals are just killing it. It doesn't matter how good the gameplay is, the stroke, the visuals, the AI generated stuff. Because you do have the GIFs and all of that, and you do have the language localization, but it's like, to what end? Why are we doing this? 360 wishlists, holy shit. That is more than I expected, and I feel sorry for those people. Hey, maybe it's really good gameplay, what do I know? This is a game that no content creator, I think, is ever gonna cover, also because of the fact that it's not visually appealing, which means that also just viewers are not going to click it, not going to watch it. This is too much. Get rid of some of the stuff, I don't care. We used AI for some heavily edited. I wouldn't say this is heavily edited, but sure thing. I think, yeah, big issue capsule. I didn't even an open world grand strategy RPG. This does not look like an open world grand strategy RPG at all. This looks like a first person, not a first person, like an isometric RPG, but not a grand strategy game at all. Because you're not building a grand thing. This is too micro level still. Because generally you don't want to go inside of the buildings. And you don't have the 4x stack. If you're making a grand strategy game, you generally have the 4x stack as well, I would say. Games like this make me sad sometimes, or like not sad, but it's like, yeah, it does also make me sad. But what I mainly mean is like, Steam should have a less punishing option to just take Steam pages offline again for a while without losing wishlists, because this is not doing you any favors, I think, with how the game looks right now. But hey, it's growing. It got 360 wishlists in like 3 months, 4 months. That is not too bad. But yeah, I think you could do so much better. I think this is the same thing as with DSS, just to a worse degree, where the genre just carries it to a certain degree that people are more forgiving of like the placeholder temporary UI, but you need to do better. Yeah, I think if you just threw in Cinti assets, it would do a lot to just add more consistency already. And yeah, it's Cinti, but it doesn't look like this then. And I think UI design is going to be a big one. The UI just isn't there either. Like, this is the same UI pack, I know this one that we used in Forge Industry, and it's very limited. You're going to run into a lot of problems. Like, bar for bar, same UI as Forge Industry, because I think one of the two packs is a free one, and then the other one is like $5 or something. I don't think the game has reached the so bad it's good threshold. Does Golem still exist even? Damn, it's still $50. I don't think so bad it's good is a real thing. Can't believe that many people bought this game. Oh well. Yeah, this is a definite F tier. Store page feedback. So this is a Steam page that's already out. I mean, if it's already out, it's kind of too late now, but let's take a look at it, because I did see this pass by. I think the capsule is okay. Like at this point, the problem for your reviews is also not just the capsule, it's the gameplay. And I just think that this is a very weird game to put onto Steam, I would say. Like, a horror hunting game is very morbid, but like also, like, I don't know how much visuals, how much gameplay this actually has. The reason, like, the Kingdom mods, I think this is not a good capsule. I think not a good short description. I think you need more of what to do, because that's the thing. This is too much of a meme game, and if you make a meme game but you don't get that critical mass, I think you had some people cover the game though. Some influencers covered the game. People like the game still converting. I think because people look at this game in a it's so bad they like watching their streamer play the game, but they don't want to play it themselves way. I think you take the L and you learn from this. I don't think there are, at this point, because we're like a few days after release as well, it's going to get hard to recover from this. Because you've done stuff well as well, like you have the language localizations, but the game just looks questionable. Like how the halls look and things like that. It could be interesting, I guess, but I don't see the appeal that much of it. You don't get the first 10 reviews the first day. No, you can take like 2 days and it will still come back. That's what happened with Forge Industry as well. We never got to the 10 reviews until we made a video of what we earned, and then you do get the discovery queue. But at this point, the fact that you don't have any reviews means that there's fundamental problems with the game at the end of the day. So even if Steam puts it in the discovery queue, yes, you're going to get some more visibility, but it's going to be like, yeah, you're going to make another $100 from it, maybe. And that's it. Time to make a Bambi's Mother hunting game now the copyright has expired, yeah. Yeah, so I think this is a weird game in a sense of it's good content, but it's not, like, it's good content to watch, but not to convert. To a worse degree than we had with Overtime normally. Because you do have that traditional capsule strategy for horror game, which I think it's okay. I think it's just the visuals and the price points. Maybe, I think, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have much else with that. Squirrel Stapler. Oh yeah, you got the 20 tags. I think everyone has had 20 tags so far. Squirrel Stapler. Yeah, this leans way more into the meme, I would say, with the graphics and everything like that as well. Also, it's a Dave Szymanski game. Like, there's definitely, he has some credit, like, the guy knows what he's doing. This is not just, it looks like a shitpost, but it's not. He made, like, yeah, he made Butcher's Creek. I think he made Grot as well. HROT? No, he made Dusk. I didn't make. But, like, yeah, the guy breeds memes or, like, weird vibes and then FPS controls. So I wouldn't fully compare it to this because you are not Dave Szymanski. Good for a first game in 2 months, maybe. Is that what he said? First game made in 2 months? I don't know. Blessed with that. That is what we wish for every day. Okay, first off, this capsule is weird. And I don't think in a good way. It's like that weird art style where it's not really. Let's take a look at it. Can it work? The rules to the side for a bit. And I don't. This is not an appealing clickable type capsule, I would say. And it definitely has. It's made by an artist, but the artist quality is not high enough for Steam. That's my hot take. And yeah, I know this is horrible to say, whatever, but I think it's just true. Like, the way that the shading works, the way that the outlines work, and how the overall composition and such, it's also maybe too much in your face. And then I would make the logo bigger as well, probably make it like take up like this, yeah, space definitely. Yeah, no, folks, simplify that shit. Yeah, I feel like you could get rid of like this guy and this guy, or no, I would, yeah, and then just focus a bit more on those other three and you should be fine. And then make this part bigger as well, like bring that one up. And then maybe get rid of this guy even. And just have simplify, more logo. Plus with that is a FNAF-like, playing in its own universe with its own story and characters. I think you're hammering way too much on your own stuff here. I don't think you need to say it twice. It brings a twist on the original formula by cleverly removing the electricity system and instead having a this is a typo, door, and item mechanics. You have no trailer. You need to have a trailer, I would say. This does not feel like a FNAF-like to me. The visual style is so different as well. I think you're doing yourself a disservice because this is too different from a FNAF, like from a FNAF. Whereas what you make it seem like is, oh, it's the same thing except we changed some of the mechanics, but you've also changed the art style and all of that, which is too much, I think. You know how well trailers convert to wishlist? No, the problem is what trailers also allow you to do is get more GIFs. You've got some GIFs. It's just a quality bar as well. Because screenshots, I don't know if this is gameplay, what the gameplay is. And that's basically why you want trailers as well, to give a better idea of what is going to be the experience for the thing. I have no numbers of, oh, you can't A/B test the store page with or without trailer and see the CTR. But if you don't have a trailer, your game is probably too early to be put on Steam anyway, is what I've learned now as well. It's a point and click game. That's kind of just annoying yourself. I think you're just way too hardcore into the feeling like you're a FNAF-like, because if a FNAF player plays this, they're going to be very disappointed. Oh, there's a demo. With dedicated Steam page, got the 10 reviews. When did it come out? Okay, go. Like, if you have a demo, your game should be playable enough that you can make a trailer. You can make a trailer pretty fast. You really should do it. Weird language choice: English, Japanese, Chinese, Ukrainian. Well, and then this only English. Make the main store page more languages, definitely, I would say. Because you're already, clearly you have multi-language support. So I think you just forgot to update the boxes and localize your store page. 224 wishlist without a trailer. Yeah. That's what we hit with. Did we hit that with? Yeah, we hit that with our roguelite. God damn it. Songs of Never Made. But I think definitely here the demo. Oh, don't tell me they. 24th of February. Did they participate in Next Fest then? I hope not. Can I see? Yes, I think Next Fest started later. Like a way in the history, I can see if they participated. Because if they participated in Next Fest, then it would make sense that they got that little wish lists. Can I see this? Update history. They've been working on the demo for a while. Six Nights at Williams. I guess that's the original name. Six Nights at Williams. This is basically just overtime anomaly. I don't think this participated in Next Fest. I think Next Fest later. I hope so. I don't know. Does it have discussions? Just these things. Okay. Get rid of the FNAF-like things. Get a trailer. Get some more gameplay gifs. Doesn't have explicit violence, but it does have suicide, murder, drug use, abuse, disturbing actions, and illegal activities. Okay, so it basically has everything. You probably want to have a Discord or somewhere to link to still, so people can contact you. Dicey chess. This, I feel like your tags are a bit off, but it's also, I think the point and click kind of ruins the tags setup, tag approach, whatever. I think trailer, get simplify the capsule, make it bigger, and get rid of the FNAF description and localize the game. I would give this a C tier. Biopunk Factory by Elmo. Okay, capsule is clean. Let's see if the rest loads as well. There's more devs mentioned than publisher names. Is there? I think it's the same. Yeah, this. Why? I don't know. Maybe they ran out of text. Yeah, just put a name in there. Okay, this got an art style. Build your living factory using organs, flashy machines, automation. Coming soon. This is technically, once again, not allowed. Are you gonna have Dutch audio? No fucking way you're gonna have Dutch audio. Ja, laten we deze organen nu gaan automatiseren, alsjeblieft. I don't think we're gonna do that. Okay, so there's a Steam Automation Fest coming in July or August, one of the two. So if you haven't submitted for that one with this game yet, do that. And since you're gonna be doing that, I would put something more than coming soon. I'm not entirely 100% certain on this, don't quote me on this, but I think Chris Zukowski once said, or there was like some stat that coming soon converts worse than just saying it's gonna come out in 2026. Because coming soon feels too much like, oh, it may never come out, basically. How do you choose which games to show? Oh, you mean like how to do the store page reviews? It's just in our Discord, just submit in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna be... There is no way I can do all of these. And there's even more. Oh. Oh yeah, you submitted 42 minutes ago. I'm kind of just going through it in order of submission. I don't know if I'm going to get through that, Shannon. We'll see. But basically, I would put a year on it. This is something I would generally do. You have languages. Question is, do they have it localized in other languages? Come on. I want Dutch, Netherlands. Okay, so you have all of these languages, but you didn't actually go as far as to localize your store page, which means visibility is going to be much less. How can I promote the Steam page if there's no demo or game yet? I'm doing social media, but got very few game wish lists. I did, but not for Dutch. Okay. But you have Dutch voice acting, supposedly. So I was like, oh, they're going to have Dutch. Let's go German. It's a bigger one. Yeah, okay, so German you do have. I guess you can just add the Dutch later. I think the GIFs are cool. You need to do it for all of them. I know it sucks, but it's like, it takes an hour of just going through the suck and you're gonna be fine. I think the idea is good. I think the visuals is beautifully yucky. Oh, you have Waffen in your Dutch? Get funding. You got 25k for this. I see. I see. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna judge you with 25k of funding for this. That does change things. You're using the default Text Mesh Pro components with dynamic text resizing. Don't do that. That looks ass. VAF is the Flemish Audiovisual Fund. They fund certain games in Belgium to like develop them. And you got vertical slides last week. My god, are you a patron? If you're not a patron, what are we doing here? You're not a patron, I think I can see. Yeah, you're not. You are? Oh, then link your patron to your Discord. No, it's not a charity, it's government funding, basically. Yeah. Localizing this is gonna be a bitch. I can tell you that. That's what we learned from Forge Industry as well. Because just wait till you get to German and none of your text boxes are going to fit anything anymore. Join the Automation Fest if you can. I mean, you can. You don't need to have a demo or anything. So yeah, do that. I think otherwise capsule is fine. Gameplay is fine. Like game visuals is fine. I guess kind of annoying that there's black here, but it's like probably I would change this screenshot so it's not your first one because there's a lot of empty space on this that you have nowhere else basically. Like put this as your first screenshot or something. But yeah, I think it should be fine. Let's keep going. Too many. Firefighter Frankie. Yeah, I had to cut 1/3 of my short description German. It's this is what is this? Okay. Lighting and post-processing, my dudes. Step 1. You have a shader on Frankie at least. The UI honestly isn't horrible. This is salvageable, I would say. Get rid of the stroke. Why is there? Why you have stroke on the text? Get rid of that. Help. This is a goddamn AI generated description. No sane human being ever uses an emoji in their Steam Steam capsule. And this capitalization, we're not German. Relax and explore at your own pace in a colorful low poly world. Yeah, that's true. To be announced. You've got languages. In-game voices. Oh god. That's fine. I'm just gonna look at that yet. You got a trailer? Is it a voice?
Frankie, fire alert. A stack of barrels near the saloon is blazing.
Okay, so you're doing the same thing that we did with the Overtime Anomaly teaser trailer. You put the AI generated voice through a filter still. I think this capsule is not going... I think this is also just a fucked genre to try and market. Because it's like a kid's game, but it's on the wrong platform. This should be a mobile game almost more. Didn't even know you could put... So... I think sellability, but that's not the focus of this thing. I think sellability is going to be miserable for this game. I think you're honestly doing pretty good, assuming that you get something like baked lighting for a certain degree, dynamic lighting, post-processing, global volume, whatever. I assume this is a Unity game. It looks like a Unity game, I would say. The good thing is it's pretty easy to update. Got your website. Because, like, yeah, you're more like this is kind of all over the place. Unity and post-processing, indeed. The Steam page isn't horrible, but it's also not ideal. I would say, I don't know. I think your biggest issue is going to be screenshots. Honestly, the capsule, I can live with it. Maybe you want to like update it 3 months down the line when AI models get better once again, inevitably, and you can throw a Ghibli filter or whatever on it. The tags feel weird. I would look at some more games similar to yours, but I feel like this is a very weird genre to tag correctly. It just doesn't feel completely tagged, and then you know what gotta do it to them. Did your AI generate at least the store pages as well? Do we have Dutch? We have Dutch. Let's go. Laten we gaan. Nederlands. This is so cursed to read. Help brandweerman Frankie, een dappere golden retriever. I'm thinking now, do we say golden retriever in Dutch, or do we just say gouden? No, we say golden retriever, I think. Just stopped it at okay, this is that funny game with the trunks out yet? I don't know what the funny game with the trunks is. I think your biggest problem is just the style of game you're making. I'm giving this a B-. Like, you're doing nothing bad on the store page, but it's just a weird genre. The game you said I was... Oh. Monster Truck. It's out. It's got 11 reviews. I mean... I don't think the guy changed anything since he submitted the game. This is the exact same screenshots. No, I think this is new that you can customize. Make it description is 50% emojis, pure meme game. If we could set some attention. How do you localize a game that is purely emojis? Do you just say all languages supported? Yeah, this game, if you feel bad about the visuals, Firefighter Frankie, there's always worse. That's the good news. Except this guy didn't seem to use stroke anymore. Anyways, let's go back to Rent Lord. I'll buy it and say I'm you in the review. Please don't impersonate me. Rentlord is a roguelike real estate game. Good hook where you buy properties, manage your income, and overcome unique weekly challenges. With strategic property upgrades and a variety of plugins, each run offers new opportunities to maximize rent and grow your empire. I like this. Good pitch. This is a miserable screenshot. Nuke this. Get rid of it. Why is your first screenshot the main menu? Don't show this. You've got 5 more. Use this one or something, or this one. Or probably you want to use this. This one is your main one because there's just more in it. Is it possible to have localized images? Let me show you how extra you can be. Things that nobody will realize. Overtime anomaly. Okay, got this screenshot here. Ta-da, we have a lot of stuff, right? Language. Japanese. Bam. You can localize images. So if you want to take it to like, but this is honestly, this is Giga specific. I feel like I'm the only developer I know that's not like triple A or like has a dedicated marketing agency or whatever that does localize it. Because I think I didn't localize. Oh, I did localize this image as well. I thought I was too lazy and I only did this one. I don't know how much this matters. I'm gonna be honest, but I did it. You can do it. The Steam UI for it is kind of old, but you can do it. So yeah, most people don't do it though. I don't know. Probably it's better, but it's very tedious as well to do basically. Oh, these are some like you use like the Steam background color, so this is very nice. Would have made this 600 pixels wide, and it would have been perfect. Add more languages. Oh, please, for the love of God, add languages if you can. Right, that's one of those things that shows you pay attention to details as a developer. Yeah, that's one of those things that I'm like, oh, we really did our best for overtime anomaly. So yeah, if you can update this. What am I saying? Update this. Update this. Add more languages if you can. I know it's gonna be pain and misery because you're assuming on certain lengths and your exe files and all of that, but if you can, it's always going to lead to more sales, and it's generally always a positive return on investment to do. There's a demo. There's no dedicated demo page. Release date in June. So I'm assuming you're going to participate in the Steam Next Fest. I hope you're going to be participating in the Steam Next Fest. If you haven't done so yet, let's take a look. How are you doing wishlist-wise? Rentlords. Yeah, okay. So you're going to participate in Next Fest and then release afterward. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. I would see localization if you can. Yeah, 600-ish. Yeah, I think Next Fest this can pop really well because I think this has a good visual style. Do influencer outreach. Send them the emails in advance. Channels like Retromation, Word to Buy. What's the guy's name? The guy who does everything. Wonderbots, and the other one, I forgot the name. I think this has a really good hook. It has a good visual style. Get rid of this fucking screenshot. It's miserable. Yeah, this is clean as well. Yeah, you've got nice tweening. You've got that like dopamine drip feed. This can pop off really well. Since you're already testing out the demo, you should have a very polished build as well. So I think I can see this going far. Add some languages, I think, is the best thing I can say if you can do it. Yeah. This is a solid A tier store page. Only issue I have with it is the languages, that there's not enough of them. My heart, funny boys. Okay, chicken chasers. I love the dichotomy of like we have these viewers that made these really polished and well-looking games, and then we have viewers who make a pogo stick chicken chasers game. From Bread Factory Games. Okay. Master a unique movement mechanic. I would put the pogo stick in here. Like, what is the unique movement mechanic? I know I can see it, but it's going to be the same throughout the entire game, so do that. And chase chaotic chickens across various levels with unique environments. Various levels and unique environments is basically saying the same thing. Casually progress through the levels or get competitive by aiming to climb the time challenge leaderboard. Chicken chasers will have you raging and raving. I feel like this is a sentence that can be dropped. It's what UPT needs. This is UPT 2. The lighting of this is very weird. First thing I notice. You have no anti-aliasing. I feel like you want to add anti-aliasing to this. Still. And then, yeah, lean into the pogo stick. Do you have a trailer? You have a trailer? Oh, the trailer is like 20 FPS. I don't think you need... This is default TMP, TextMesh Pro. What am I looking at? This is one of the games of our audience. Why do you keep going back to the main menu? Yeah, there's no ground texture, my dude. Okay. Yeah. Localize to more languages. This is a game where it's basically only interface you can localize to all of the main languages. There's no dialogue or anything. You do the same language as Unicycle Pizza Time did, basically. Indie Game Clinic needs to look at this. I poor him. I think he'll just suffer. Demo can run on a cell phone. Your tags are miserable. I can tell you that right now. You need to lean into the stuff like just copy a Unicycle Pizza Time or a an inaccessible. Because you are making a rage game, my dear friends. Don't kid yourself. So tag your game like a rage game. Do you think I should reach out to publishers? No, I don't think you should reach out to publishers. I think that is not going to matter. Also, keep in mind, a publisher from you reaching out to them signing a contract with you right now takes about 3 to 6 months. So your game is basically going to be out. You should reach out to content creators, but not publishers. This is not a game right now that really matters for publishers. Clucks in Spanish. Yeah, I think the biggest thing you need to do is visuals and probably also get a completely new thumbnail. Not thumbnail, capsule art. Capsule art needs to be done completely over. More languages, better screenshots. Yeah, just be mailing out content creators and you should be fine with those things. Because I think you have a very content creator friendly game as well. Because like the hook can be... The hook is okay. The hook is a bit weak, I would say. I guess this is a D tier Steam page still overall. I don't like it that much. I think everything about the Steam page can be improved, basically. Tags, description, capsule, screenshots, long description, localization, and just general game hook as well. Okay, Revolver over. Another day, another Steam page. Okay, this is better visuals. Battle against cannons of different colors. I like the capsule. Using cards that give you extra prowess, play alone or against your friends and win with a strategic use of cards. Or end with luck on your side. Okay. This is pretty snazzy. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's pretty. I can tell you that. This was kind of a bad. It does not perform satisfactorily. There's plenty of packs. I kind of abandoned the game, but I want to pick it up again. I've played this in a mobile ad, I swear. I think the visuals are still pretty good. Oh, you have a demo. You've got... I guess you're Swedish. I'm not sure why it wouldn't perform that well. Because at least the Steam page seems to be okay. I think if it doesn't perform well, we're looking more at just a general game idea strategy than a Steam page related strategy, I would say. People don't know what the game is about. Yeah, because it's about strategy and luck. That is extremely vague, I would say. I think by just saying, oh, it's a game about luck, people already discredit it a bit because it's like, oh, it doesn't matter what I do. I just have to get lucky. And I guess you're not making a gambling simulator either. So I would look at making it more clear just by saying what are they going to be doing. Because, yeah, I can see there is a shit ton of stuff going on the scoreboard, and you have the cannons. Do you control the cannons? Do they auto-spray? I guess you have the cards. I would put the card focus earlier. And it feels more like a deck builder? Is it a roguelike deck builder? I don't know. I would look at that as well. I don't have an easy answer as to why this isn't performing well. Apart from maybe the explaining of what you're actually going to be doing. You get cards from the spin wheel, so you draw. It's basically a roguelike deck builder then. I don't think it looks too unique because it has this vague feeling of... I think people don't get it because it's just not explained how the game works, I think, actually. And that's the main issue. Because it doesn't say how you get the cards, how you control those things. Yeah, Hungry Hippos is like what this, like, you know, the board with the four corners reminds me of as well. Streamer with 3 friends to sell it. Yeah, that's... Like, you can play it with less people, like even single player, but I guess, yeah, it is different. I'm not certain. I think I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Shannon, I don't know if you're still here. I'm gonna do something just for you. Because this guy has given me money before. And if you give me money, I like you more. Or at least you get priority. So I'm gonna do this store page still. And then I'm going to wrap up the amount of store page ratings I've done for one day. I think definitely we can do another one. So, Retro Game Store Simulator. We were talking about game stores and like simulator games, sorry, earlier. Where's my layers? What do we think about the capsule? Is it feels... It's well done AI generated, because this does feel like, you know, the shadows, the lighting, whatever. Main issues, I would say, probably is readability around this area, where the R and the O fade into the background. An easy fix, I would say, to do that is like, if you have the logo separately, do something like this, a soft gradient, put it like 30%, and then put the logo on top of it. And then immediately you're gonna have way better visibility. I hope it wasn't AI generated. I paid $500. I'm sorry. Even take off his shirt, I want. In capsule, it is pretty solid. Do we have a trailer? We have a trailer. I think I've seen this before. Let's have a quick look. So, oh, this is pretty satisfying. And, okay, we have the, of course, it is a simulator game like Crucis. UI design is pretty okay if I look at this.
Our mall is now open. Happy shopping.
I think it's pretty smooth with the fire. It's a long ass trailer. I'm not gonna watch the entire thing. Oh yeah, expanding. Some guts are a bit weird, but I think the general feel. I don't think it looks like AI art. It may just be like that art style is like an older style that I just wasn't born in, like the Miami vibe. Yeah. I think your characters looked solid. And it's like, I like how this is like, it doesn't feel as cheap, I would say. It has like the, this is a weird one because it's like in motion blur. This is a very good screenshot. This is also, I feel like the motion blur is a bit hardcore in the static images at least. That I would probably get off. The same with like here. Resolution is very low. I think, oh, this is zoomed in because I can see the sea from Breck. Probably you want to have a higher quality version of this. It's fine. Like you're mixing cinematic shots with and also the screenshots, which I think is fine. Release date in June. Once again, I am assuming you're going to be participating in the next fest. I hope you are. You have English, German, Spanish. Get Portuguese, Brazilian on there, I would say, if you can. This game looks like a hit, IMO. I think it can if the right content creators pick it up. Store page looks really good, like because it has still custom assets as well, which is solid. Like, you know, it has a very good cohesive vibe. Also, the characters are like, you know, that more old school style, but it does fit because it's all retro. I think post-processing and all of that is good. This is just the Genesis. You even got puns in there that I am too young to understand. Damn, this guy has a trademark even. Look at him. Yeah. This looks fine. I think tags are good as well. Yeah, the more like this is basically solid as well. Let's do the, you know, we gotta do it to him. Is the store page localized? What language are we going for? We're going for German. Deutsch. Yes, okay, you gone and done that as well. Seeing what I will be doing next fest. It actually comes out in July. Ah, okay. It should be fine then. Any events? I don't think so. Some of these creature collector fishing automation. No, this doesn't really fit into anything. It's fine. But yeah, you definitely still want to join the next fest. Translation from Google Translate. Probably you want to upgrade to like an LLM. Just as it generally, because LLMs have they can understand context of what is this game, what is the style and all of that. Where do you find someone to do your trailer? That's a good question, because I just do it myself, because Fiverr editors are not great. This needs to be marketed as a TCG shop sim like. I think that is what it's marketed. That's how I feel. It's like in the name as well. Retro game store simulator. I think it has those things running into it again. Content creator coverage is very important as well. Of just getting this out on time, weeks before next fest with a demo already, like 2 to 3 weeks. Sending out your 100+ emails, ideally even more, so that you get an early build to them before the next fest is out, and then they can upload it during the next fest. Like they can basically pre-prep their next fest coverage already, so that you're one of the first ones. I think is what I would go for as well. Every day until the end of 1989 gives you the opportunity to stock shelves, cycle your inventory, manage your price, and analyze historical trends to make your game store profitable. Yeah, I think this is really good. And what makes this also, like, to give a comparison of a good simulator game and a bad one is one that I talked about in a recent video, I think. Weep Store Simulator. So you also have a game like this, Weep Store Simulator, where the idea is simple. You're like also selling consoles, basically kind of like Pixel Pal, Switch, and then Xbox. And it has that whole thing of like, oh, you're an otaku store manager. But then if you go and look at the demo, it's like, yeah, this is just generic boilerplate. There's nothing anime themed. There's nothing really about the vibe and the theme that is done correctly. And I think that is not a problem that we have with Retro Game Store Simulator. It really lives and breathes what it's about the entire time. Streaming development as well. Okay. So yeah, one letter away from Wheat Store. That's their rebrand. It's just a new build and they replace the D logo and that's it. Oh yeah, it was used and it wrote down Steam. Yeah, it's really hard or like it's annoying that everything is like instantly thought of as AI. I definitely do get that point. But yeah. Anyways, I think this is a good one to end with. Honestly, I expected worse from our audience. We saw a few stinkers, mainly capsule related and screenshot related and just game in general. But I think overall, maybe it's because of the video we need to... What was the video I made? Your games aren't good enough. Yeah, maybe that video has had some impact. I would love it if it actually did. Wait, what is it here on? Your games aren't good enough. But I think I am honestly more impressed than I expect from you guys, your Steam pages. So yeah, Individual Kex, hello, you have joined right at the end of the stream. I'm going to be closing the stream out in about 30 seconds or so, but thanks for dropping in. So yeah, good work on this game. It looks good. Yeah, I think most of you did good. You can still submit store pages if you want. No need to do it like now, because I will, once again, I'll schedule the stream a bunch of hours in advance. Probably will do this again in like 3 weeks or something. I think just give it some time so people can look at it and whatever. I did not make a tier list. I forgot. I'm going to have a tier list next time. I'm very sorry, Kex, but we'll get it working. So anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't want FIFA. Go away. Bye.